Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about will you be ready when the opportunity shows up? Now, this video, it is inspired by a movie I just finished watching with my God-ordained Marriage Academy members. We had our movie night, um, which was really in the afternoon. And the movie we watched is called Apple Mortgage Cake. You can find that movie over on Amazon Prime. And so we always had these movie nights inside of our God Ordained Marriage Academy. And as I began to watch that movie, because that was the second time I watched the movie today, but I began to take note of number one, this is a God ordained marriage movie, and it's also a God ordained what I want to call like purpose movie as well. Okay, where it's highlighting, the purpose and God moving this individual into discovering, what's in their hand that can help save them, out of that certain position or situation they find themselves in. Right. So Apple Mortgage Cake, it is a God ordained movie. A lot of nuggets in that movie. I do highly recommend you take the time out and go and watch that movie in your spare time. But as we were watching the movie, I was talking to our academy members and I was sharing with them, you know, how she wasn't ready. The main character in the movie, she wasn't ready for the opportunity when the opportunity showed up, right? And I began to go over, like the different ways how she wasn't ready, how things were popping up, just hinting to she's not ready for the opportunity, and which that made me think of you. Okay, so I want to talk to you today about, you being ready for the opportunity. Now, when we talk about the opportunity can be a marriage opportunity when God, send your spouse back. The opportunity can be, God elevating and, promoting your business. The opportunity could be your videos going viral. The opportunity can be, just God opened up certain doors you never even thought that God was going to open, but or maybe you're praying about certain doors being open, and maybe you have in your mind when you think God is going to open that door. But what if God opened it up, sooner? What if it happens tomorrow? Will you be ready when an opportunity show up? We got to start thinking about this. Am I ready for the opportunity, or will I find myself, sabotaging the opportunity because I'm not fully prepared or ready? Let's talk about it. So let's talk about 7 ways on, and this is what I noticed in the movie, but these 7 ways, we can also see this happening in our own life, okay? But these are 7 ways how the character, I believe her name in the movie was Angela, how she wasn't ready for the opportunity. And let me just give you a little snippet of the movie. So, long story short, the main character, Angela, she was a single mom. I believe she had 3 boys, and she was facing foreclosure on her home. Okay, she had 10 days to come up with a certain amount of money to save her home, unless, they were going to have to leave. And so her grandmother had a recipe that she passed down, to the children, and Angela, she knew how to make the recipe. It was an apple cake, um, and so the idea came to her, well, maybe we can make, um, maybe she can bake her way out of that situation, and so she would have to sell one cake for $40, and I forgot how many she had to sell in order to save her house, but she was like, "You think, she was like, you think people gonna buy this cake for $40?" And her destiny helper, who turned out to be her God ordained future husband, he basically told her in so many words, I think it was him or maybe it was her son, but one of them highlighted, share your story, around why it's $40. Share your story of what's going on with the house, and this is the grandma recipe, et cetera, et cetera. And so that in itself is nuggets, okay? Because I don't know if you heard what I just said, but she had an idea, right? God gave her an idea to help get her out of that situation. Okay, I feel like preaching. He gave her a God idea. Okay. She had a problem. God said, here's the solution. It's in this idea, but you got to act on this idea. You got to believe in this idea. You got to use what's already in your house, already, the skill set you already have, right? To go ahead, to use it to be the very thing that's going to help save your house and save you and your children out of this situation. I wonder how many ideas have God given you and you still sitting on it. You still, praying to God, God, when you gonna open up this door? When, God, when? God is like, I gave you several ideas, but what are you doing with these ideas that God has given to you? And so there were seven things, that I highlighted to the God-ordained Marriage Academy members, on how she wasn't ready for the opportunity. Okay, when it presented itself. So number one, the very first thing she began to do is push away the help that God was sending into her life. Okay. Opportunity presented itself. The Lord sent in a destiny helper, sent in someone from her past who she used to like, right? And he liked her back, but she rejected his help because his help came with him loving her. So that tells me she was emotionally unavailable. She would accept help from everyone else, but when it came down to him, she pushed him away because his help came with, I also want to love you. And she wasn't ready for that. See, that's another opportunity. Are you ready to be loved the right way? Are you ready for true love? Are you ready to receive the spouse who's going to come back and give you the help you always desire? Are you ready to receive the spouse who's going to be faithful, who will love you in a way you've never been loved before? Are you ready for it? Or will you push it away? She wasn't ready for it. Number two, she had a lot of limited beliefs that was getting in her way, kept sabotaging, herself. She kept sabotaging the opportunity. She was telling the man, things always happening, things always ending bad for me. It ends a certain way. And so because she had more negative experience than positive, she believed the negative. And as a result, she began to push away the very help that God was sending into her life. There was some limited belief that was going on inside of her mind that she have yet to deal with. And she almost sabotaged her opportunity. Okay. So I want you to begin to ask yourself, what limited beliefs am I currently believing that may possibly sabotage my opportunity? And again, the opportunity could be true love, the opportunity can be marriage, the opportunity can be your business taking off, the opportunity can be, whatever it is, a new house. Will you feel worthy of these things? And this brings me to number three, because she didn't feel worthy. She didn't. The way how you know whether or not you feel worthy of an opportunity is if you receive it. If you push it away, if you sabotage it, that means you don't feel worthy of it. You don't feel good enough for it. Okay. So, we got to begin to deal with our own self worth, issues, like, do you feel worthy of the best? Do you feel worthy of this promotion that God has handed to you? Do you feel worthy of having a spouse who see you, the right way? Maybe all of the, I should say all, but maybe the exit from the past, they saw you one way in a negative light. They didn't receive you. But now this person who God is sending into your life, they see the king or the queen in you. But do you feel worthy of that? Or will you push it away? Or will you say this too good to be true? Come on now. We got to think about this stuff. Number four, she was very stubborn. She was very stubborn. She had a hard time admitting that she needed her destiny helper. And it's really because she really liked him. She did. She liked him, but she was emotionally unavailable. She had shut down, in that area of love. but she knew she needed him, but she had a hard time admitting it, you know? We don't want stubbornness or pride to get in our way when the opportunity shows up, okay? Number 5, she tried to do it all on her own. Listen, when the opportunity shows up, you're gonna need help. You can't do it all on your own. You're gonna need help. And then you're gonna also have to know how to ask for help, okay? This is something the Lord been dealing with me about. I've been over here trying to do everything on my own, tired as I don't know what. The Lord been talking to me like, Taquila, I'm sending help your way, but you got to see it for what it is, and then, ask for the help, and then put the people in place, that I'm sending your way, right? But that was another way, she kept trying to do everything on her own, and it was overwhelming her. Okay, it was overwhelming her. I think we on number 5. I think, I don't know. The next point is the self-sabotage. She just kept on self-sabotaging herself. And again, that has a lot to do with her own limited belief. The self-sabotaging had to do with how unworthy she felt. She didn't even believe in herself. And that's what the her destiny helper said. Like, he said, you believe in everyone else, but you don't believe in yourself, you know? And so we got to make sure that we're not operating in self-sabotaging ways. We got to make sure that we don't believe, we can stand and believe God for everyone else's love story but our own. Make sure that's not you. Okay? Make sure you believe that if God can do it for this person, God would do it for you as well. Make sure, okay? If God can promote this person, bring them into that opportunity, he will also do it for you. He is no respecter of person. Okay? And then the last point is she wasn't prepared. She wasn't prepared. It started off as something, a small goal, like I need X amount of money, X amount of dollar to save my home, right? But she didn't even know that it was going to take off. She wasn't prepared, you know. And again, when you're not prepared for the opportunity, you're going to operate in self-sabotaging ways. It's going to consume you. You're going to find yourself shutting down because you don't even have the mental capacity to handle all of what is coming your way. And that's what God is doing in the divine separation. He is building your capacity so that when he releases the opportunity to you, it doesn't overwhelm you. He want to make sure that when the opportunity comes your way, you don't shut down because it's just too overwhelming for you. You're like, oh my God, I can't even believe it. This is just too good to be true. God is like, no. So I got to build your capacity. I got to take you through a few things, doing this divine separation so that, you're able to handle all of what God want to bring into your life. Okay. So I want you to begin to just, ask yourself, am I ready for the opportunity? You know what opportunities you've been asking God for. Are you ready for it? Begin to turn your prayer into, God, prepare me for the opportunities you have for me. Prepare me. Build my capacity for these opportunities, Father. Mold and shape my heart to be open to receiving the opportunities when they come my way so that I don't push away what's good for me. I don't push away what you're trying to give me, Father. Get me ready to receive the opportunity with joy, with happiness, with the right perspective. Okay? So that is it. I am Taquila Coleman. Oh, one more thing before I forget. We are still in the middle, our Black Friday special is still going. It's going all the way until Monday, okay, like Monday night, all the way until Cyber Monday. Okay, so you still have a chance to get 50% off our courses. Just head over to, let me get the link for you. You want to head over to godordainedmarriages.com/program and type in the coupon code Black Friday to get 50% off our YouTube for Profit course, our How to Write a Book course, Create Wealth course, our God ordained marriage boot camp, our dream interpretation part 1 and part 2 course. You get 50% off these courses, okay? This coupon code, it does not apply to the Wife Academy or our God ordained marriage academy, okay? So head over to godordainedmarriages.com/program and get your 50% off today. I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.